Hey Sagittarius friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with your weekly April 23rd through the 30th reading. So this reading will go through the rest of April, not much of it left. I can't believe how fast time is flying. Alright, a few announcements because I always forget to do the announcements and that type of thing. This is for a general reading for Sagittarius as a collective for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So you might want to check out your other signs and, see what the messages have for there if this one doesn't resonate. Sometimes I find that if I watch bits and pieces of a few different readings, I kind of get a collective of what's going on, so that might help you, especially if there's something in particular that I'm working on or focusing on. It happens that my sun sign and my Venus sign are both Virgo, so I don't always stray too much when it comes to love, but like finances and other things, I'll go and see what's happening with my other signs. Also, if you want to be notified of future readings as they come out, you can subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, and you'll be notified of when your readings come out. I do have the schedule that I go by in the description. You guys are for Tuesdays, so your weeklies come out Tuesday, but on Sundays I like to throw out a bonus, and any other time I have free time I try to throw out a bonus here and there. So that's a good way to be notified. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, my link is in the description box. I do have my eye on some new cards, some new decks, so that's what the donations will go to, is the channel. So thank you in advance, and let's get in with your April 23rd through the 30th reading. Sagittarius. Alright, so we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Unleash your creativity. The Snake Spirit. Time to heal. And what do you need to release? Waning Moon. Just going to mention that we are in the waning moon phase. So if you are needing to release some things, which it does look here like you do, this is a great time to do that. This is working with the moon, and the cycles of the moon can really just give you that like extra oomph or something that really just makes it work so much easier. So you might want to kind of look at that. There's also lots of YouTube videos with, ideas if, on how to release and, rituals and type of, things of that nature. Normally what I do is I just kind of journal and, kind of work through what I need to let go of. But, okay, I feel like I'm rambling a lot this time. So we have the King of Pentacles, like kind of an overall thing. So I feel like you're not feeling very stable, okay? Here we have the Time to Heal, the Snake Spirit. So maybe you've been bitten before, not literally by a snake, possibly by a snake, for maybe. But, you are, something hurt you, okay? And now it's time to heal from it. But whatever that hurt is has you in the King of Pentacles reversed energy, so you may be feeling very stubborn about something. But really, I just feel that you feel very unstable. Could be something happened at work. Maybe you got let go from a job. This is Pentacles and does talk about money and material things. But either way, you don't feel like you're grounded. You don't feel like you have a solid footing anymore. You've just really been knocked off your feet. And it's like kind of, especially in this deck, like, here he kind of looks as solid as a tree trunk, okay? Like, he's immovable. Like, he is so grounded. He's like one with nature or the ground, however you want to say it, but he's solid, okay? But here, when it's reversed, to me it looks like he's almost trapped in it, okay? It's like his surroundings are overgrowing him or overrunning him. He has no control over it. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on with you right now. You've just really lost your balance, and now things are like not stronger than you are, but just overwhelming you. Okay, so unleash your creativity. And when I see this card, and especially when I see the creativity I associate with fire, with wands energy, but definitely fire energy. Like, you know, that's where the passion comes from, and creativity and that type of thing. And that's right up your wheelhouse. So with fire being your element, you know. So what I'm hearing here is really, you know, go back to what you're comfortable with. Go back to, you know, the element that is you, that, you know, you're at home in. You know, go back to your fire, find your passion, find your creativity, you know, and let that help you move past this. Let that help you heal from this. Another thing is you can also use that fire energy and that creativity to help you release whatever is still hurting you from this, so you heal. This is talking all about healing, and I really feel like the answer to your healing is going back to your passion, going back to your wheelhouse, and that's fire. I mean, look at Sagittarius in this card. I mean, he is very in his element with all that fire and flames going around, you know, around him. He is in his element. So go back to what brings you that bit of grounding, that feeling solid again, okay? All right, so let's move on to your general reading. Yeah, I keep saying I want new cards, but it's like, do I really need new cards? I already have so many. So, although these might need a new deck soon because these have taken a beating. These are my favorite cards. My Shadowscapes Tarot was my first deck I ever bought. But the Vice Versa Tarot is the deck it's my go-to deck. It's my favorite deck. So, let's see. General for Sagittarius for April 23rd through the 30th. What is Sagittarius's focus, obstacle, advice, and potential outcome for April 23rd through the 30th? Please and thank you. Sagittarius. Hello. April, they just keep falling out. 23rd through the 30th. Sagittarius. Okay, starting off with the Devil. Starting off with the High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Lots of major arcana here, okay? Let's see, but here we have you at the bottom of the deck, okay? The King of Wands. I really feel like that's where your energy's gonna be. So what do we have here? So for some of you, you might be dealing with a Scorpio, you know, with the Death card. Maybe something ended with a Scorpio. The good news is here is that this is the Death card, okay? This is the, you know, traditional kind of doom and gloom type of look to it. I don't ever really feel like the Death card is a bad card. But I definitely prefer this side over the other side, because this is the rebirth. This is the transformation. This is something new growing out of, you know, what has been dead and buried. And you have the Four of Cups. So you are leaving the situation behind, okay? The ship has sailed. I'm getting here that you have, you know, left your emotions back in the situation. You're just leaving it behind. You know, the ship has sailed. You are already gone. You've already left the island, okay? So, and you're working on healing. You're working on something new. You're working on, you know, growing something out of what has died. So we do have the Devil here. So there could be a Capricorn here. You're still kind of feeling stuck in this energy. It may have been toxic. We're going to clarify these cards because I kind of need a little bit more than what's going on here. But your obstacle here is the High Priestess. So you're not really trusting your intuition, okay? You're not trusting yourself is really what I see here. You also may be trying to learn something from the situation, like trying to learn why it ended, because I do kind of believe it is talking about this. Like I said, you've left, either emotionally or physically left the situation, and you are looking at starting something new or trying to just move on, really. But I'm feeling like this just happened. I mean, your outcome is the Ten of Swords, and it's not the easy side. It's you know, rock bottom. So I feel like you're just kind of dealing with these emotions, okay? You're still trying to deal with completely severing from all of this. But you have a little bit of trust issue with yourself. Not that you make bad decisions. You're just, like I said, going back to your oracle, you just feel so overrun by everything going on and a little bit overwhelmed. I just feel like you're having a hard time really connecting to your intuition. That's why I said go back to what you're used to. Go back to what your normal, or what your normal is, which is fire. Go back to that. This is a good time for the fire. You know, I do see the fire in the Devil card, obviously. But I do, you know, that's kind of, go back to your wheelhouse, okay? That's what's going to help you go forward. Then we have the Page of Pentacles here as your advice. So there is something, you do have something, I'm guessing it's money, okay? I do feel like it is material-wise, could be job, money, something of that nature. There is something that you still have that you can work with, that you can grow where you are. You don't have to physically find a new job or move elsewhere. If it was this side, I would say, you know, you're kind of being, you know, advised to look elsewhere, look outside of where you are. But, and I'm not saying like in this relationship or if this is a job situation in that, I don't mean that. I just mean it's closer than what you think, like it's more in your vicinity, and you have everything you need within you to grow that, okay? So your potential outcome is the Ten of Swords. Like I said, I feel like this does come to an end, okay? You do, which I do feel like with this here as your focus, I feel like that's what you're trying to get. You're trying to get the end. Like you're like, just let the bottom come, you know, just let me hit rock bottom, because then I have nowhere to go but from there, but up. And I feel like maybe that's what you're really trying to work on, because this is what you want. You want the growth, you want the new, you know, you want to be able to start again. But it could be, you know, you haven't quite been able to get out of this situation because it hasn't fully ended. Well, that end does come. Okay, and then you're like, well, it sucks to be here, but it's better than, you know, I only have, you know, I can only go up from here. There's nowhere, I can't get any lower. I can't get any sadder. And I'm kind of feeling like that's the energy, That's the attitude you have about this right now. Like, I'm just getting that you're so exhausted and being in limbo, okay? And I feel like that's kind of what you feel like you are, is in limbo. So, I've been there. I've been there, done that. I know the feeling. So it's like, just let the shit end. I'm over it. Like, why won't it end? Why can't I move on? Alright, so let's see why the devil here is here in your focus for April 23rd through the 30th. April 23rd through the 30th. Why is that here? Yeah, there's just no movement being made on this situation. You know there's no growth here, but it's not, you know, you're like, we can't, I don't want to move forward with this, but, you know, I just want it to end. I feel like it's kind of being stuck in that situation, feeling like luck is definitely not on your side. There's definitely no movement happening. Just feeling stuck. Okay, why is the High Priestess here as the obstacle for Sagittarius? Why is the High Priestess here as the obstacle? I feel like it was that one. The Hierophant. So, lots of major arcanas. Major arcanas, clarifying major arcanas. Doesn't always make it easy. So this is a major thing. Even though this is a weekly reading, I am getting with all of these majors here, this is an ongoing process. This hasn't just started through this week, and it's not going to end in this week. Well, actually, it might. We'll see. But I feel like you've been dealing with this for a while, and it's finally building up to this. So, the Hierophant. You know, what I'm feeling here, okay, the Hierophant talks about traditional conventions type of thing, conformity, just traditionalism type of thing, okay? And I feel like the traditional part of it is what's holding you back. It's what's keeping you from getting fully in touch with your intuition. In fact, it just might be that you're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition is telling you to do something. Again, your oracle cards. Go back to your creativity. Embrace your creativity. What exactly did it say? Unleash your creativity. So, I feel like you're feeling boxed in by all these traditional conventions or expectations, you know, that other people have kind of had, and you've kind of adopted those traditional expectations unknowingly, so you feel like things should work in a certain way. And your intuition, I'm feeling here, is like saying, no, just do this. You know, just do this. It's kind of telling you to do something else, and you're like, wait. That's not how it's done. That's not how normal people do that. That's not how this whole process is supposed to work. And that's what's hanging you up, because I don't feel like the answer for you is a traditional type of answer. You know, it's talking about creativity and your fire anyways. So that's what's holding you up, feeling kind of bound, or, you know, your options kind of limited in a box type of thing. So you definitely need to break out of that box, break the mold, and, you know, do what you need to do what your intuition is telling you, and follow that, okay? Not what other people expect to be normal. Follow your intuition, okay? So let's see why the Page of Pentacles is here. Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles? I did see the Ace of Pentacles try to come out, so we'll see if it ends up coming out. But why is the Page of Pentacles as the advice for Sagittarius? Oh, I feel like that's obvious. Okay, King of Cups. Don't worry about your emotions right now. You know, just detach. Detach emotionally, okay? You don't need them moving forward. Focus on your money, focus on your career, focus on your material things, growing your wealth. Because the page is kind of like he's starting out, okay? He's starting out with just this pentacle, and he's going to make it grow. And you know, he's earth, so it does move very slowly, but he's going to make this grow for the long term. So just focus on money right now, your job, your career right now. Don't focus on your emotions. You can detach from this situation emotionally for a little bit, okay? 10 of Swords. Why is the 10 of Swords here as the potential outcome for Sagittarius? Why is the 10 of Swords here as the potential outcome? For my Sagittarius friends for April 23rd through the 30th. The Empress in reverse. Yeah. So this ends. Whatever it is, it comes to its bitter end. And I feel like it is going to hurt. That's why you should detach emotionally from it. But you saw it coming, and it's almost like a relief. There's no more growth. There's no more creating with this situation. Like, it's finally over. It's finally dead. You know, doesn't look like he's getting up. Okay, so that's just a situation. That's not you. I'm seeing that as a situation. This situation has nowhere else to go. It's over and done with. The dust is settling a little, you know, the dust will be settling a little bit, but there will be nothing really growing from the situation itself for this week. All right, so kind of a heavy reading, not gonna lie, but again, I don't feel like this is coming out of nowhere. I feel like you knew this was coming, and it's almost like a sigh of relief, like, thank you. You know, it hurts, it sucks, but it is what it is, and at least now I can work on picking up the pieces and moving forward. So let's see what you have in store for love for April 23rd through the 30th. April 23rd through the 30th for my Sagittarius friends. What's happening on the love front for my Sagittarius friends for the rest of April? April 23rd through the 30th. What's up for my Sagittarius people? Feel like that's it. Trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. I feel like there's been a ton of signs that have been getting trust. It has kind of been coming out with other things. Scorpio had trust, and I think they were working on kind of healing themselves too. So if you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, you might want to check it out. Or at least Scorpio in like your Venus area of your chart. But let's get on now with the love for my Sagittarius. Sagittarius. April 23rd through the 30th. April 23rd through the 30th. For my Sagittarius friends. What's up, my Sagittarius friends in love? 3 cards. Recent past, 3 cards. Current energy, and 3 cards. The most likely outcome. And just so you know, if you see something you don't like in a tarot reading and it's resonating with your situation, you can change it. You can change the energy. It's just going by what you're on at the moment. So you can change anything, you know, you're not really liking in the situations. So, yeah. It's just kind of like, this is kind of forewarned is forearmed type of thing. So if you don't like something, change it. I finally got these cards to kind of listen to me. And let me just do it this way for the love readings. They're stubborn. All right, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Cups. Queen of Cups. So in the recent past, you did not feel like there was any real growth or movement or action being taken. At least that was happening for the long term, okay? Because the Knight of Pentacles, Pentacles again, earth energy, very slow moving energy, very, you know, long-term thinking. So like if you have a love reading and you want it to be long-term, you kind of want a lot of pentacles in there, just because it's kind of a more of a longer term mindset. Doesn't mean it always ends up that way. It's just the mindset going into it. All right, but Six of Cups. Six of Cups. So in most traditional tarot, I see the Six of Cups, you know, kind of as reminiscing from someone from the past. This very well could be with someone that you were dealing with in the past, but this one I just see that you're kind of moving on. Yeah, you're kind of looking back, but you're still she's moving on still. You know, she's looking back, you know, she's looking back fondly when it's in the upright, but look, she's still moving forward. So it could be that you're still, there were still good things about this relationship. Could have been with an earth sign, just with it being Pentacles. Could have been a water though. And, you know, you're kind of looking back at past relationships, or just one, and kind of like using that as kind of motivation, okay? Like, well, this is what worked in this relationship. This isn't what worked, you know, this is what didn't work in this relationship. This is what I really liked in this relationship. And I feel like, you know, this is what made me feel stronger, and kind of remembering past relationships. And I say past relationships because of these two cards. You know, there was no growth, there was no movement, so they weren't for the long term. So, and I see you, well, not you here, but I see the Queen of Cups here by herself. So I feel like you just kind of used what you learned from these past relationships, okay, to kind of get you in charge of your emotions. So let's see what your current energy is. You're wanting to work with somebody on something. Again, not feeling balanced, so I have to say it just because it's there. Some of you are pregnant, going to become pregnant, or are going to find out that you're pregnant this week. Not all of you. I do have to say, especially in this deck, because she does kind of look like she's pregnant, and the Empress is talking about creation, fertility, type of deal. But either way, you want to work with someone on something. You have the Three of Pentacles here, you know, teamwork, working together, long term again. You want something for the long term. Later in this deck comes out the Nine of Pentacles, and, you know, this whole thing is going up the tree, and there's 9 pentacles on it. So you want something that's going to grow. Still, you don't feel super, super stable. You don't feel super, super balanced. You've had lots of pentacles in your readings here. So you could be dealing with money issues. You could be dealing with earth signs, or you could just be dealing with trying to get more grounded, you know, for the long term. Your thoughts now are long term, and that could be why all these pentacles are showing up. You do have the Empress here, so like I said, some of you, small part of you, the whole pregnancy part, okay? But others of you, you're just wanting to create something new. I feel like, you know, you've gotten in control of your emotions. You know, that's what this recent past, that's what you were doing. You were getting in control of your emotions, okay? And now, you know, you're wanting to work together, bring stability, even though there's not any right now. And then, you know, work, you know, create something new with somebody. So we have the Moon, the Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Cups in the reversed. All right, so you're still setting up a good foundation, okay? There's still some things you need to learn, some things. I'm really just learning that you need to learn about yourself. You've been doing the right things, okay? You want the right things. Not that we always want the wrong things. I mean, whatever anybody wants is obviously right for them, but there's still some things you need to learn. Really what I'm feeling here is kind of going back to your intuition, kind of back to your general spread. Your obstacle was that you were not listening to your intuition. You were kind of focusing on, you know, traditional ways of doing stuff. And I feel like the answers you need are inside, okay? They're in your intuition. There's also some things that may be hidden, some secrets that, you know, are going to come to light. So you're still going to be a bit guarded, okay? It's kind of hard to start anything new when you still have your guard up. But in the same sense, I also see Nine of Wands. This is your fire energy coming back, and then the Wands has the lion in there a lot, so could be a Leo that you have your guard up against. That's just for a small part of you, but really I see this as you kind of coming back to you, getting your strength from your element, okay? Not really quite ready to start anything new. Again, this is big week. You had lots of major arcana. Now might not be the best time to start something new, and, you know, just kind of getting your strength back, you know, having a wall up a little bit, okay? And, you know, kind of coming and getting in touch with your intuition. I do feel like this is very spiritual type of stuff going on for you. Just more about yourself. Scorpio had the same focus, I think. So, like I said, some of you, if you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, go check that reading out. They were really trying to work on themselves and just get back, you know, to who they are. But again, nothing new really starting emotionally, but this is huge for you, okay? These two cards right here are going to help you move forward. Like I said, I feel like the balance right here is kind of still being a hiccup, like still kind of being an obstacle for you to actually move forward and creating. So let's do some advice. I'm going to pull from my Tarot-scapes. It's been calling to me lately. It's been saying, use me more. So, advice for my Sagittarius. Love for April 23rd through the 30th. This is one of my longest videos I've done in a while, so sorry, I've gotten really chatty. So sorry about that. Advice for my Sagittarius is... Five of Cups reversed. Leave it be. Let it go. Move on from it. Detach emotionally from it. The Star. Okay, this is your advice. This is also talking about renewal, hope, like inner clarity type of stuff. So focus on getting that inner clarity, which is, you know, kind of sums up, you know, what's been kind of a reoccurring theme in your other spreads. And just have faith. Just trust, okay? Just trust in the situation. There is going to be renewal. You are going to find hope again. In fact, I feel like you kind of already have hope a little bit. Okay, 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and 8 of Cups. So, I do feel you have lots of good things coming in here. Look, you have the 10 of Cups. I'm kind of getting your happy family is on the way. You're, you know, I say happy family, but, you know, contentment. You know, you're happily ever after emotionally. It's coming, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is on your side. Luck is on your side. So if you feel kind of inspired to do something, like just kind of out of left field, something like kind of it's like I'm going to go do this. Do it, because luck is on your side. The universe is on your side. They are helping you out. Be open, okay? They understand what you're going through, and I feel like the universe is also seeing the work that you're putting in to yourself, okay? And you're going to, you know, leave the past in the past. The 8 of Cups, the 5 of Cups. Leave it in the past, okay? Leave the negative emotions in the past, because this is what's coming, okay? The renewal, you know, inner clarity. The universe is on your side, okay? Luck is on your side. The universe is conspiring to bring you this 10 of Cups because of the work that you've been putting in to yourself. So just trust and have faith in the situation and the universe. All right, like I said, the longest video I've done in a while. So I will stop there, and I'll see you next week, Sagittarius.